Most of us have seen or heard about the Northern Lights, maybe on TV, maybe even on the computer. If you're lucky enough, you've maybe seen them in person. But do you know what the Northern Lights really are? The Northern Lights are caused by particles called electrons being blown out by the solar wind. Imagine this. It's like the sun burps out these really small particles called electrons into the air. These tiny electrons mix with gases in the Earth's atmosphere, which makes them glow. As a result, we get these beautiful dancing lights in the sky. The Northern Lights are near the magnetic North Pole. They're in an auroral zone, which goes over northern Scandinavia, the southern tip of Greenland, and goes over northern Canada, Alaska, and also northern Siberia. One of the best places to see the Northern Lights is Canada. And the best time to see the Northern Lights is between December and April, when the skies are the clearest. Let's learn how to create a chalk drawing of the Northern Lights. You're going to have your paper sitting horizontally, and to begin, we're going to take our pencil and draw a line straight across the paper, about 2 inches from the bottom. Then I'm going to draw another line right above it to kind of leave a little bit of space. And now it's time to go ahead and draw your mountains. They can be jagged, they could be however you want them to be. I'm also going to go ahead and right where my mountains are, I'm going to draw a line parallel to them, kind of giving it a space between my mountains and my sky, which I'll kind of talk about in a little bit. So I'm going to use a white piece of chalk, or you could use oil pastel. I'm going to take my white piece of chalk and trace over each of my pencil lines. Once you are finished tracing your lines, you'll use the side of your chalk or oil pastel to fill in the space. You're going to fill in the space at the bottom and then your mountains, trying to cover in and fill in all of those black spaces. All right, now it's time to get some darker colors. So I'm thinking more like cool colors, maybe some blue or teal, purple, and maybe green. So I'm going to start by blending my blue, or just adding a little bit of blue here and there in my mountains and my snow. I'm just putting it a little bit. Right now I'm kind of outlining part of my mountains with it. But really, I'm just trying to give my snow a little bit of depth by adding some colors to make it look a little more interesting. Then I'm going to take my teal and do the same thing. I'm not trying to add a bunch of color to my snow. I'm just kind of adding a little bit more excitement or interest, but I'm still making sure that you can see the white parts. So I'm adding a little bit of purple, doing the same thing. Once you've added all of your colors, you'll take your finger and gently massage those colors to kind of blend it into your snow. You want to make sure that you're doing this lightly so that you don't overblend or start to blend so much that you're actually taking some of the chalk off of the paper. You want it to stay on that paper and look nice and blended. Now for the sky, which is my favorite part. So you'll be filling up this top part with your northern lights or aurora borealis. So you're going to take a blue, or it could be a dark color, maybe one of those cool colors, green, blue, purple. I'm going to use the side of my chalk, and I'm going to fill in really lightly my whole black area. I'm leaving a little bit of space though, between my mountains and my sky. You can see a little black space. My sky's not quite touching my mountains. Then you get to decide what colors you want to use for your aurora borealis. Right now I'm using green, whichever color you want to start with. you'll draw some lines showing movement in your sky. So mine are going from the bottom to the top. Yours could be going from side to side. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to kind of thicken that, adding a little bit more green so it's more of a shape instead of just a line. So when using chalk, a really good tip is to go from dark to light. So right now I'm just adding a little bit of lime green right next to my darker green. And whichever colors you choose, you're going to do the same thing, starting with your darker colors and getting lighter. So I'm just adding a little bit of the teal right next to it. I'm not doing any blending right now. I am just laying down color and trying to show some movement in my sky. Now it's time for purple. I'm just kind of feathering it in right next to my other colors. And I'm doing quite a few colors, so I'm going to start adding some pink. Just laying it down right next to my colors like I did with my other colors. And you could decide maybe you want your aurora borealis to take up the whole sky. Maybe it's not in little sections, like I have 4 sections. Maybe yours is filling up the whole sky, however you want yours to look. I just added a little bit of red and some yellow. When you're finished adding all of your colors, no matter if you're just using green or blue or maybe purple and pink, when you're finished, then you will start doing some blending. So I'm just taking my finger, I'm starting with my darkest color first, that green, and I'm blending on each section where I did green. The reason I'm doing one color at a time is so that I'm not smearing the colors together. That tends to get really muddy. So I'm just doing one color at a time. Now I'm going and doing my blue, wiping my finger on a paper towel. Now I'm going and doing my yellow all the way across, and the same thing, wiping my finger. So between each color, you'll wipe your finger to kind of keep it clean. Right here, I'm just drawing another example. I started with my line at the bottom, my mountains. This time, I'm going to actually use oil pastels. And I'm still using the side of that white oil pastel, getting everything colored in, all my snow, my mountains. But this time, I'm going to add a little bit different landscape. So I'm thinking I'm going to add a river. So right now I'm going to use a blue and draw my river with my lines starting in the middle and going out. And just coloring it in. And just like with the chalk when I showed you, you're going to pick a few colors. I like to use cool colors. I'm adding just a little bit of purple in my snow, a little bit of green, a little here and there, and then I'm just going to lightly try to blend it. And I'm picking out a few colors for my aurora borealis. I'm going to use some greens and some purple. So I'm starting with my darker color first, drawing a few lines where I want my movement to be, where I want my aurora borealis to show up. And then I'm going ahead and just adding that color in. Oops, accident. I totally forgot to use the side of my blue oil pastel and fill that in first. That is okay. So you can kind of see where I drew my lines. I'll go back over them. And I'm just filling in each line, making it a little bit thicker so you can see my color. And then I'll use my next color, which I'm going to put in some darker green right next to my turquoise or my teal, and then some lime green. And I'm making my aurora borealis kind of big, so I'm filling up a larger space with that light green. So the aurora borealis looks different at different times. So right now I'm adding just some yellow, kind of filling up my space. So I'm going to fill up my whole paper with the aurora borealis. Adding some purple in right now. So that's my darker color. And remember, it works if you use light to dark. And here you go, your awesome aurora borealis drawing. Amazing. I can't wait to see it.